Welcome back folks to a new daily video on Helldivers 2. We have a brand new patch that went live this morning. TWINBEARD did a small Q&A on Discord with some very interesting answers, and we got a few new renders of the Illuminate weapon, plus more. So like and subscribe and hit that ding dong bell to keep spreading democracy. A new patch went live this morning, divers, which as you might guess is to fix crashes to a few areas. I haven't experienced any of these crashes myself, but it's good to see they're looking into them. The list of known issues as well is also getting smaller week by week, which is amazing to see. But as you can see right here, the tenderizer deals too little damage and is not in the final state we are intending. This is what I was talking about in the last few videos. The Warbond weapons are not up to scratch, and it seems to be that they were of a pre-build where updates haven't been added to them. This also goes with the two polls they've given us. One was from Johan, the CEO, where he was asking should we release it, which to me shows the Warbond was incomplete. And we also got the poll from yesterday on the Discord, which now has over 55,000 votes, where the majority of those votes hate it. It's insane. We know it's been a hell of a few weeks for Arrowhead, but they need to test things before letting the public have them, as it will only cause more headaches and trouble for them. The miscellaneous section, they have fixed a few known issues, such as the currency in Japan, which now shows purchased and non-purchased super credits. Some attachments were showing as a purple question mark, and also the correct colour is now there for the tenderizer. But I think the main one that players will be happy to see is this. Optional account linking now available in the account section of the in-game settings. This is great to see that Arrowhead have put this in the settings now, as the whole PSN linking catastrophe still hasn't simmered down. Yesterday, TWINBEARD did a small Q&A on Discord, where some questions have been deleted but the answers still remain. We did cover two of these yesterday, as it fitted in with the Warbond and the PTBs and everything like that, but I thought I'd show a few of the others today, as they do offer some good insight. The first question was in regards to what they put in the player poll on Discord, and that is less war bonds and more quality of life patches. TWINBEARD replied with, "Hi, yup. We're aware there are lots of concerns regarding war bond cadence and us possibly overbalancing and or nerfing too much. We're discussing a lot internally at the moment." This is a great answer and shows that hopefully we get less war bonds and more quality of life patches, which I've been championing now for a while. I do think less war bonds over the course of the year would work out better for the game, as it would give the developers, just time to bring something special with each premium war bond. If they have 4 a year or 5 a year, hell, do it even 6 so there's one every 2 months, they could bring something special to the game, instead of rushing it and putting out things that the damage and everything else is below the standard weapon you first start the game with. The next question was in regards to the mech suit, which has a whole host of issues, where TB did say, "There are some things we're working on. Would have to check for details with colleagues on it though." So hopefully we do get some updates and fixes for the mech suit in the near future, as running it currently, it's just not fun. It doesn't feel like how a mech suit should. Missiles don't go where you want them to. Even if you're trying to be precise and taking your time with the aiming of the reticle, the missiles don't even go there. They need to fix it, and they need to make it more powerful, as it's a mech suit. Now the following question is by far the best one that was asked. The question is no longer available on Discord, but it was posted to Reddit, where a bit of it was cut off, but you do get the gist of it. The question is, "I think another part that doesn't help the balance situation is that it feels like the people handling balance will often rather die on that hill rather," and as I said, you get the gist of it. TWINBEARD replied with a great answer. "I wouldn't want to speak on other people's behalf, but I really do hope it's not a matter of us not listening or dying on the hill rather than admitting if things is off. We're nothing without the players. Sure, we have a vision to follow and need to believe in that, but that vision will change over time. Secondly, a vision is the overall goal, but it's made up of many small details. those details will always should be willing to change, and we should always adhere to player sentiment. Another thing is that the cadence and initial months since launch have been high and hectic respectively. We're still playing catch up, and there are undoubtedly elements in the game process that have suffered from it. We're getting there, and I hope we can continue to swing our destroyer around and go forward in a clear direction together with you. This answer is just great. Obviously, the main thing he answers is about the developers who balance the games seem to be dying on a hill instead of listening to players, with him saying, "I wouldn't want to speak on other people's behalf, show that this has been talked about internally, and more than likely is one of the biggest issues along with the PSN accounting. I wouldn't be surprised that some of the developers don't like that they are being questioned about their work by players, which I totally get, but sadly, this happens in all walks of life. You do your job, you think it's great, someone else or a bunch of people may think it's not exactly up to par, and you will die on that hill like, nope, I'm right, you're wrong. But, as a game, you need to see it from the player's perspective. I do hope we do get balancing issues sorted out, as the game is not PvP, and is overall just a fun shooter against bots and bugs. I've said it before, and I'll keep on saying it, all weapons should be overpowered to a degree, and the game should be fun first and foremost. Let me know your thoughts about this below, divers. Before we move on to the spoiler renders, the major order is currently sat at 64%, with just over a day left to complete it. In the last 2 or so days though, we have seen the player number dwindle, to which the major order has suffered immensely. I've been very optimistic about this since it went live, but that is slowly leaving me, as we do need to get 36% done in the next 25 or so hours, where we've only done less than 10% in the last 15 hours. But the good thing is though, we are currently sat at just under 1.3 billion bots killed. The daily order is extract successfully from a mission 3 times. Easy peasy, divers, go get them medals. Last but not least, we have a few spoiler renders of one of the Illuminate weapons known as Outcast Beamer's weapon. These look cool, and the textures on them look very awesome, making them look like some kind of super weapon that would suit Thanos down to a T. But we'll more than likely see this weapon kill us with 1 or 2 shots, as that seems to be the balancing at this moment in time for the enemies against us, or it will be used by the Illuminate as some sort of sniper that will take us out from nowhere and get us angry. Let me know what you think about all this down below, my fellow Helldivers, and let's keep spreading democracy.